The weather is so good. Look at this. Cannot see anything. But it's so beautiful. They don't eat. I think it's not good anymore. I think I can have something. Hi.
ดูบอลดิว้าวฟูนもういなかった。
右にでは後ろの車両のドアは開きません。お降りのお客様は前に
The bridge. The sun. Look at the sun. To the mountain.
UFO in all eternity, bad luck, baby. You drop it.
Ooh.